Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and we're going to unbox and take a look at the Microsoft Surface 2. Now you can see this says 2 here. This is the latest version of their Windows RT platform tablet, and they come in 2 available models. Now I know it's been out a while and some of you may or may not have seen this video, but I thought I'd share it with you as I've actually been having a difficult time getting my hands on one. So this one comes in at $449. It's the 32 gigabyte model, and then you can get it in 64 gigabytes for an additional $100, so $549. Now here's the box itself. It's actually pretty nice. It's a little bit thinner than the Surface 1 box. And then on the back you can see it's the Surface 2 32 gigabyte tablet. Now underneath this we have the type cover, and this is one of the accessories you can get that actually clicks to the bottom of the Surface, and this comes in at $129 or $119.99 if you get the type cover, which is just a touch-based cover. This is actually physical keys, and it's backlit, so it's really nice, and it's a nice accessory. We'll set that aside and take a look at it after. And here is the Surface itself. Now let me slide this out here. Now I was planning on doing some tutorials and comparisons with this, and it's really a great tablet from what I've read, and it has some pretty impressive specs. Let's take a look at what's inside. It's a little pull tab here. This opens up, and here's the tablet itself. So we have a power adapter, simple Microsoft power adapter. Looks just like the other one. This folds down. And then if we look at this piece here, we've got a little magnetic 4-prong attachment that connects to the Surface itself. Let's pull the Surface out here. Kind of cellophane wrapped, just like some other tablets on the market. And here we have congratulations, some extra SkyDrive storage, some documentation, kind of getting started and set up. Set those aside. Let's take a look at the tablet itself. We'll unwrap this here. Oh, it looks like we can just slide it out here. So let me set all of this aside. You can tell the Surface 2 by the word Surface on it and that it's this magnesium color. This is actually what Microsoft calls Vapor Mag. So let's flip it over, take a look at the screen, and here you can see is the display. And the display is a really nice display. It's a 10.6-inch clear type full HD display with 1920 by 1080 resolution. It's in 16:9, so it's great to watch movies on. And it also has a 5-point multi-touch system. It's also very durable. I believe it's made out of Gorilla Glass. Inside we have an NVIDIA Tegra 4. I believe it runs at 1.7 gigahertz quad core. It also has Bluetooth 4.0. And it also has 2 gigabytes of internal RAM, along with those 32 gigabytes of storage I talked about earlier. It also has about 10 hours battery life, 7 to 15 days idle time, depending, and it charges in 2 to 4 hours, according to Microsoft. Now, the front and back both have cameras on this. So you can see there's a camera here. There's a little microphone. The front camera is a 3.5 megapixel camera. The rear camera is a 5 megapixel camera, and there's 2 microphones on the back here. If we take a look at the side, you can see there's a speaker here. We have mini HDMI out, USB 3.0, which is an upgrade over the 2.0 of the Surface 1. And then we have our power adapter, and it's also magnetic. So here is the power adapter, and it fits into place. It's actually a little bit difficult to put into place sometimes. You can see I'm struggling with it a little bit, and there it's in place. When it's charging, there's a little LED that's illuminated on the plug, unlike the Surface 1. If we flip it around to the other side, you'll see we have another speaker. And this speaker is also, obviously we've got 2, so one is stereo. We've got our headphone jack, our volume rocker, and this tablet, I have to say, feels very solid. And unlike the Surface 1, we have a double adjustable kickstand. So it adjusts once and then drops down again. And we can see underneath, there's the hinge mechanism. It's really quite nice, feels very sturdy. And then right here we have an expansion slot up to 64 gigabytes of micro SD RAM. And then on the back here you can see it says 32 gigabytes, Surface, Windows RT, and it's a really, really solid tablet. Now, other than what we've talked about, it obviously has Wi-Fi. It also has an ambient light sensor built in, an accelerometer, a gyroscope, and a magnetometer as a compass. And let's take a look at the Type Cover 2. They've actually reduced the Type Cover 2 size by 1 millimeter over the previous generation, which is pretty crazy because it's pretty thin. And this is the Type Cover 2. Actually, there's some documentation or something in here. You can see it says Surface, and we just have kind of, it's telling you how to use it, which most people know, and then we've just got product warranty and how to use it. Now you can see this is the Type Cover 2, and it's got actual depressible keys. We have a touchpad here with 2 buttons kind of in outlines. They're not physical buttons. You just tap on them, I guess. And it is backlit, which is an improvement over the Type Cover 1. On the back, there isn't really anything special. It doesn't flex terribly, but it does flex some. But it feels like it's probably going to be pretty durable. If we sit this down here, it's got a nice firm click, and then we can open the stand or again. And Microsoft says that this position is better for your lap. This is better for a table, and it's what most people will prefer unless they're a little bit taller. Depending on where they're sitting, these 2 angles should cover the majority of people. Now, all in all, I can't say how it is as far as the operating system goes. That's something I'm going to be testing out over some time. And I know that it's gotten pretty good reviews. It's nice that we've got some additions over something like an iPad or a Nexus tablet with the USB and the HDMI out, and being able to use Office on it. So you may actually be able to use this as a real productivity tablet, and I believe that's Microsoft's goal. One thing I think I should mention is the actual weight of the device. Now, it does have a slightly larger screen than, say, an iPad, and it is in 16:9, but one thing is it's 1.5 pounds. Now, that's not really that much. An iPad Air weighs 1 pound, so it's really not that big of a deal. It feels nice. It's solid in the hand. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, and I've seen that with some other tablets. The iPad Air actually feels a little bit delicate in my opinion. This actually feels really sturdy. With this type cover though, it does add a little bit of weight, and it feels like you're carrying around a mini laptop or maybe a netbook as far as the weight goes. But it feels very solid and durable, and probably should last pretty well over the use or the duration you're using it. So let me know what you think of the Surface 2. So far, I've really not heard anything negative other than that it runs Windows RT, which runs pretty much only applications on the App Store. There isn't really anything else you can do as far as old or legacy Windows programs or any current modern programs such as games, things like that, other than what's available in the App Store. So I'd love to hear your take on the Surface 2. Would you rather have this or an iPad or a Nexus tablet? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.